the journey of self-discovery and actualization. Who are you really? Hello and welcome to our topic for today, the journey of self-discovery and self-actualization. Who are you really? It is a very deep topic. More so if, like most people, you are trying to understand who you really are amidst the hustle and bustle of life. We shall discuss the meaning of self-discovery, causes and effects, prevention from stagnation, and offer possible solutions. We will also look into real-life examples, historical figures known for their self-discovery, and practical tips to include self-discovery in our daily lives. Self-discovery is a deep, transformational, and ongoing process of learning about character, values, desires, abilities, motivations, and purpose in life. It is simply the process of looking within, self-exploration, reflection, and maybe going through external guidance towards revealing one's real identity and arriving at a deeper understanding of oneself and what occurs in the entire world. Such a journey calls for courage, honesty, and the willingness to face both light and dark sides of oneself. Also peeling back the layers of societal expectations, childhood conditioning, and external influences in the search for the authentic self. Discovery is not an event or a place where one arrives but a lifelong process of growth, insight, and self-actualization. Although this very often requires personal reflection, it can also be guided by means outside of the self to attain a broader understanding of the self and one's place in society. The need to discover oneself is very important. With how our world is today, fast and better connected, it is easy to get out of touch with our real selves. We define ourselves based on our roles in life and or with markers that make us successful legally, parent, employee, and friend. Ironically, real fulfillment is derived from bringing actions in line with the real self. Self-discovery will help one make decisions that are in line with fundamental values in life and bring satisfaction and meaning to life. Among the factors that may trigger the urge for self-discovery include 1. Transitions or major life changes, such as a career transition, problems in working relationship, personal crises, make an individual find themselves in a dilemma. Hence they start rethinking their life to understand their self better. 2. Discontentment with life, due to being unfulfilled, lack of purpose, or a feeling that something lacks in one's life, headed towards a voyage of self-discovery. 3. Desire for growth. A good number are so motivated by an inner urge and desire to keep on learning, growing, and developing themselves, by inner dynamics that prop them towards serious inner seeking. 4. Personal crises. Loss, illness, or failure often makes question the direction of life and gives them a motive to find more meaning. Self-discovery has set in motion very great impacts on life. Such effects include the following. 1. Advanced self-awareness. Self-discovery assists an individual to understand his thought, emotions, and behaviors, hence high self-awareness and high emotionally intelligent. 2. Clarity of purpose. Exploration of values and passions gives people a more emphatic purpose in life. Hence, there is direction in life. 3. Enhanced relations. Self-discovery mostly brings a lot of empathy, compassion, and understanding of others. This eventually, therefore, paves the way for more meaningful and fulfilling relationships. 4. Personal growth and transformation. Increased self-knowledge encourages personal development via the challenging of beliefs, embrace of change, and the pursuit of constant improvement. 5. Greater satisfaction. Balancing one's life with real values and passions provides a deeper sense of fulfillment and a feeling of purpose. 6. Improved state of mind. Through self-discovery, individuals can gain control and clarity over their lives, which is a great way for anxiety and depression to be fought off. A list of some of the main steps of self-discovery are as follows. 1. Introspection, which involves a look inwards into your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors and asking open-ended questions to oneself about who you are, your values, motivations, interests, and dreams. 2. Reflection. This is basically numerous times thinking through the information uncovered during the process of introspection and the reviewing of life events that has shaped and identified themes and connections. 3. Insight. This brings all the clarity, aha moments about purpose, meaning, direction, relationships, and natural talents. Take note of the recurring theme because they are pointing to inner deep truths. 4. Actualization. Now. This is the stage where one takes the new learnings and insights of the self into action, a concrete planning of growth and outlook. One sets meaningful goals, strategies, and changes to make in life and develop in service of your truth and purpose. Discovering oneself is a continuous process. It is a journey and not the destination. It means to cycle through this process of introspection, reflection, insight, and actualization to find out your most authentic self in order to be all you can be. What do we mean by the concept of self-actualization? Self-actualization, a concept established by psychologist Abraham Maslow, is the realization as well as the fulfillment of one's potentials and capacities. It is a concept under Maslow's hierarchy of needs, which is the very top. It entails personal development, self-enhancement, and optimal experiences achieved. Self-actualization entails living in an authentic situation, being an actual self, and extending efforts in grasping full realization. Connection between self-discovery and self-actualization. Clarity on what really matters and on who you are enables you to live authentically, to work, relate to people, and spend time consistent with your true self. It is with this self-knowledge and commitment to growth that one can very much maximize his potentials. On the other hand, the journey of self-actualization leads to a process of deeper self-discovery. The more you test yourself, take risks, and live a life true to your values, the more you'd keep peeling the layers back to reveal more of your special gifts and purpose. Walking the path of self-actualization strikes realization of who one is and what can be done. The transformative power of self-discovery and self-actualization. These intertwined journeys of self-discovery and self-actualization can be deep and truly life-changing in their effects. What develops as a result is a strong self-esteem and confidence because this is real, not from outside validation. You will live a life led and directed by values that have more satisfaction and meaning in life. Self-actualized persons are often described with strong moral character, a deep appreciation of life, and a wish to help fellow human beings. They have a definite life purpose and use their specific abilities to bring change to the world. Self-actualization does not just work for the good of your betterment in life. By so doing, you will have the power to motivate and help others in your surroundings. To become self-actualized, the following skills have to be put into considerations. 1. Introspection. This includes maintaining daily self-reflection routines, meditation, and journaling, in order to understand the deep sense of being and for looking inside oneself as far as one's thoughts, feelings, values, and motivations go. 2. Live in the moment. Under this category, one is going to be there with the moment in the present and deal with that moment, not at all thinking about the past or being worried about the future. 3. Follow your bliss. Entails that someone finds what it is that they feel particularly passionate about, deeply interested in, and what brings inspiration, fulfillment. My area or areas with a lot of energies that one can fit into his life. 4. Be authentic. This means being original, having the guts to be true to oneself, and to one's own uniqueness against the societal expectations. 5. Cultivate. In this way, one must go beyond oneself and develop in him or her a sense of care and concern for others. This sense of caring can foster personal growth. 6. Growth mindset. This entails believing in oneself that one can continually learn, grow, and reach one's full potential and always avoiding a limiting mindset. 7. Guidance and support. Consider dealing with a therapist or coach who can give one insight, accountability, and tools for this journey of self-discovery. What matters most, however, is approaching self-actualization as a continuous process of self-discovery, development of self, and putting the things one does in accordance with the authentic values and purposes. As one keeps putting into regular practice these methods lies the capability to progressively and successively be discovered and actualized by oneself. Some of the major steps that one has to take in identifying one's personal values and aligning them with self-actualization include: 1. Reflect on your life experiences and role models. Think of some role models and people you admire. Then consider what features you value in them. An aspect here regards an analysis of life events, difficulties, or decisions that have had meaning for oneself while identifying recurring themes or characteristics important to oneself. 2. Evaluate your current life regarding value living. One has to evaluate the points of consistency and inconsistency between his/her daily actions and choices with regards to his/her central values. Also, it would point out areas in which one may need to bring changes in order to live more according to one's values. 3. Clarify and prioritize your top personal values. One is to make a list of values that mean most to oneself, such as family, creativity, service, etc. Rank or group one's values in order of priority to guide one's determination. 4. Link values to the view of the future. In this case, you will need to be able to visualize your ideal future self and how each value will mold that view. Try to pin that by creating a vision board or writing a letter to one's future self. 5. Take action to realize your values in your life. Set goals and make changes that facilitate greater value fulfillment in your life. Developing positive thinking, self-esteem, and an open mind will come in handy during your chase for self-actualization. So refer to a proper psychotherapist or coach to guide you in the right direction. The most important thing is to make one's personal values a conscious, guiding force in one's life. By having one's actions guided by one's deepest values, self-actualization can be advanced toward the goal of being the best that one can be. One needs to actualize some effective activities that can help one discover one's personal values. Some of the activities are: peak experience review. One should reflect on moments in one's life when he or she felt most fulfilled, happy, or perhaps even proud, and determine the type of values expressed or upheld through these experiences at the time. Spending review. How one spent one's money and free time. Very often, which things one chooses to spend on can reveal one's underlying values. 3. Design your ideal eulogy. Imagine what you would want people to say about you once you are no longer in the world. And by doing that, gradually you will discover some of the most important qualities, accomplishments, and contributions that one treasures most. 4. Fill in the exercise. What would you tell the world? Here, you must imagine that you have a free billboard for some message to the world, and the message you decide upon will inform your inner values. 5. Discuss the old burning house scenario. In this case, one has to one's imagine that one's home is on fire and one can only save 3 things. One chooses to save. Items can tell one about one's most treasured values. 6. Identify role models and their key qualities. In this, one has to think about 3 people one admire and list their top 3 qualities. The qualities that one most admires in others may reflect one's values. The key consideration is to introspect, reflect on one's actions and decisions, and seek the recurring trends that indicate what truly matters to them. Sampling a sufficient number of these activities can bring to light one's basic core of personal values. One derives a lot of benefit when one combines self-discovery and self-actualization, and some of them include: 1. Developing a stronger sense of identity and purpose. Self-discovery gives one the self-knowledge and clarity to travel on the self-actualization path. Knowing real values, desires, and potential helps one align activities with the true self, thus providing more meaning, fulfillment, and directives in one's life. 2. More profound self-discovery in themselves. The process of self-actualization serves as good fuel for deeper self-discovery, because one challenges oneself and peels new layers. Learning more of one's unique gifts and purpose keeps one always learning how to maximize that potential. Such a cycle of self-discovery and self-actualization ensures there is continuous personal evolution.
3. compassion and constructive contribution. Self-actualized persons generally develop a feeling of a very strong moral compass and an inclination to help others, since through self-discovery one shapes his life according to his values. He can use his talents to make some contribution. This would, in turn, enable lifting and inspiring people around oneself beyond merely looking at fulfilling one's own life. 4. Financial freedom and independence. When a person is financially independent, this can assist in leading to self-actualization through being availed time and resources for the follow-up of true passion. Take note that though money itself is not one of the ways to self-actualization, the need to learn and be updated is important. Assigning one's resources to things that are of value to oneself from the process of self-discovery and having the privilege of being financially free is the ultimate way to spend those resources. 5. Self-acceptance, authenticity. An important function of self-actualization, which it gives rise to, is self-acceptance. Until now, in the look for outer affirmation, it has not incorporated all this. Self-discovery nurtures this by forming a contrast for the exposure of one's realistic individuality, devoid of expectations predefined socially. Satisfaction is established while one lives and chooses based on what one happens really to be in preference to standard rules. In other words, human self-discovery and actualization enable one to live a life that is meaningful, touches lives around them, and leaves a legacy. It is a process of realizing one's self and purpose of being. Then, it is moving towards the realization of one's full potential. Some of the key challenges of integrating self-discovery and actualization include the following. 1. Values and identity not clear. There is no action to be aligned with an idea of one's self that is not clear on his or her core values or what constitutes an authentic self. It requires deep introspection, which is the most elusive in our hectic life. 2. Societal pressures and expectations. A desire to conform to society's norms and derive esteem from others may lead a person to his deviation from the path of self-actualization. To resist the pressures and to muster the courage to live is not easy, yet it is most important. 3. Inability to break set patterns/habits. Breaking set behaviors/mindsets that do not serve one's growth can be a massive thing and surely calls for consistency and self-compassion as one works towards transforming them. 4. The influence that really comes from lack of enough monetary resources. Self-actualization for most people involves following one's passion, and that requires being financially free. With the limitation of means, there are always compromises that have to be struck between an ideal values-aligned work and the practical realities. 5. Fear of the unknown. The process of self-realization and actualization is risky. It is vulnerable to the unknown. It is the task of overcoming one's fears and trusting in the process, which is no mean task. 6. Lack of support and guidance. There is a community of people who, as one grows, inspire them to be great, although such is not present especially when needed. Need to look for mentors, coaches, or therapists who can guide but effort entailed. 7. Continuous process. Self-discovery and actualization are lifelong processes and maintaining motivation and commitment to continuous growth and learning is the key. One just needs to imbibe in these tests with self-compassion, patience, and, more importantly, a growth mindset. Adopting self-discovery and actualization involves the process of being brave to look at oneself in the mirror, honestly facing both sides of the essence, both light and dark, with continuous effort and the desire to live truly. The gains from this journey will be profound. In the process of self-discovery, the following are very important. 1. Introspection and reflection. There should be time set regularly to reflect on oneself, to study one's thoughts, emotions, behaviors, to journal one's experience, insights and patterns that emerge over time. Ask the tough questions of oneself. What truly makes me happy? Or what are my core values? 2. Getting feedback. Have open conversations with trusted friends, family, or mentors about any topic, even being open to critique or other people's different perspectives. Use their information to have a more rounded perspective about oneself. 3. New experiences. A person needs to engage in new activities, pursue hobbies, or travel to different places. One must experience various things outside one's comfort zone in order to find out new interests, strengths, and try to reflect over them to understand how they fit with the real self. 4. Mindfulness and meditation. Develop mindfulness in each living moment to live in the present and be conscious of one's thoughts and feelings. Moreover, one should exercise meditations to tap into a deeper level of self-awareness and emotional capacity. One can make use of techniques such as deep breathing and body scanning to get in touch with the inner being. 5. Educational and self-improvement resources. Such a person needs to read books, Attend workshops and undertake personal development courses. Listen to podcasts or watch videos that inspire and challenge one's mind. Apply the insights that one will gain from the aforesaid resources in his or her regular life. 6. Establishing goals and challenges for self. Establish clear objectives by having specific, achievable objectives about what you value and your passion. Step out of your comfort zone by challenging yourself to do what you have never done at all and take risks because, through this, you will discover yourself. 7. Reflect on personal values and beliefs. Begin by identifying key values from the reflection of what is important to you in life. Then, ensure that actions taken are guided by those core values. Take a closer look at beliefs by understanding how your beliefs govern your actions and attitudes, and be open to re-evaluation. 8. Artistic creativity. Paint, write, compose music, or dance to unleash deep feelings. To discover how one feels best for me, I will try different ways to be artistically creative. 9. Professional support. One of the most enriching experiences could come from being to or counseled about the self-discovery process, while a life coach will support setting and achieving personal goals through guidance and accountability. 10. Life experiences. One needs to reflect on events in his/her life that are significant and also look at how they have shaped one's identity and look for recurring themes or patterns in one's life that provide insight into one's behavior and choices. 11. A growth mindset. Here one must view the challenges and obstacles to surmount against as obstacles and treat mistakes as learning experiences from which to grow.
12. Gratitude. One needs to constantly take time to reflect on the good things in one's life and learn to keep a gratitude journal, where one writes down at least those things one is thankful for daily. Integrated into a human's routine, these practices can make the journey of self-realization much more effective, achieving great self-awareness, growth in personality, and fulfillment. To achieve this level of self-actualization, the following must be done. Define your personal goals clearly through words that evoke feelings connected to your own true values and passions. It is important to build long-term goals into a set of lessors, thereby making them achievable in activity and ensuring that they are reviewed on a regular basis and continuously realigned with one's growth and evolution. 2. Authenticity, the necessity to live by oneself even though it means deviating from social expectations. Make decisions based upon values and desires and not external pressures. But most importantly, practice self-acceptance and embrace strengths and weaknesses. 3. Continuous learning and growth. Dedicate oneself to lifelong learning and personal development. Seek new knowledge and acquire new skills toward continuously improving one's capabilities. Not afraid of failing as fear of failure hinders you. For peak experiences, identify those activities in which one finds enjoyment, fulfillment, and flow. Take time to do these things regularly, to create peak experiences of performance and happiness, and understand what the experiences contribute to self-actualization. 5. Cultivate a positive mindset, practice gratitude and learn to focus on areas of your life that are positive. Develop resilience by looking at any kind of setback as an opportunity to learn from it and be surrounded by those who will help inspire you. 6. Balance and well-being. One has to maintain self-care in this scenario by ensuring proper, healthy balances of work, rest, and play. A physical routine should be maintained, keeping up good health by having a healthy diet and getting enough rest. Take care of your mental health by meditating, seeing a therapist, or spending time with loved ones. Now, there are a number of good real-life examples regarding this self-discovery and self-actualization from real-world domains people live in. Some of these include: 1. Oprah Winfrey. Oprah's journey of self-discovery commanded her spirit-formed troubled childhood to media mogul and philanthropist. She has shared stories of struggles she went through and their triumph, inspiring millions to embark on their journey of self-discovery. 2. Mahatma Gandhi. A tortured silent lawyer transformed himself into a leader against India's independence. This transformation was in a similar direction with profound introspection and commitment towards his ideals of nonviolence and truth. 3. Socrates. This Greek philosopher from ancient times is noted as stating the unexamined life is not worth living, through which is depicted the great importance given to self-reflection and self-realization. 4. Maya Angelou. Identity. human resilience, and self-discovery were some of the themes this poet and author expressed through her writing. 5. Siddhartha Gautama, Buddha. His search for enlightenment through meditation and self-denial was the foundation of Buddhism. 6. Nelson Mandela, though his 27 years in prison were replete with self-reflection, he emerged to become a symbol of resilience and principles of reconciliation. 7. Helen Keller, from her journey of self-discovery and education despite being blind and deaf, Keller emerged as a powerful writer and protector of interests for the disabled community. Conclusion. Self-actualization or self-discovery is a continuing process that calls for deliberateness on the part of an individual. By these practical steps, he or she will be able to develop self-awareness, live an authentic life, and search for ways to actualize or realize their potential. Not only does it directly increase the well-being of individuals, but it also enriches life with much meaning and purpose. Even though the journey of self-discovery and realization of the actualization process is continuous, the path is rather private into a person's aspiration. Knowing the causes of effects and some practical strategies for these journeys can help one on their path. Historic and modern accounts bear witness to the fact that self-discovery and realization of a self are not only viable but also make way for a real, full, and effective life. At the end of our discussion, I wish to urge each one of you to take the first step on your journey of discovery and actualization. Take time and reflect on what you have heard today. Think of a way to practically apply these lessons in your life. It may be a long journey, but the proceeds are so massive. Thank you for your attention and participation.